Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to NotSoStockGaming's Gold Tier Tournament. This will be Game 1 for the first round between TrueSkill Gaming and Team Uggish. The winner of this matchup, again these are single elimination best of one series. The bracket has been linked in the chat. Back to what I was saying. The winner of this matchup will move on to the semi-final, and then of course on to the final. The winners of our tournament's top 4 teams are guaranteed RP rewards as issued by Riot Games, and the winners of each tournament are issued 3,200 RP apiece for all 5 participating members, as well as the triumphant Rise skin. Again, we'll be underway shortly for our first round game between TrueSkill Gaming and Team Uggish. Again, these are best of one matches. Single elimination. We just have a short pause here. We'll be underway shortly. Alright, here we are guys. Both teams are ready, and on to Champion Select. Let me get that sound going for you guys. Apologize. TSG on blue side, Uggish on purple side. We'll see who can take this first round match between these two great teams. First ban coming out, Heimerdinger banned out against Team Uggish. Interesting ban. First ban coming out, Thresh, the first pick champion of many a game here for TrueSkill Gaming. TSG Pro, as the support for TrueSkill Gaming, loves that champion. Second ban ready to come out for blue team here. 3 seconds remaining on that ban timer. LeBlanc banned out. LeBlanc banned out against the mid laner of Team Uggish. Shaco, the second banned out against TSG. Last ban being that Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is a really strong all-around jungler. He can farm up and become huge in the late game, where he can gank a lot, especially post 6, if he chooses to evolve either his jump or his ultimate. Gives him a lot of stealth. Last ban, 2 seconds remaining on that ban timer. Nidalee banned out against TSG, believe his favorite champion in that mid lane. Was the final ban. We've got the first pick, Leona. Long. Alright, after that first pick Leona, we've got Wukong locked in here. As well as that Lulu locked in. Might be a support, could be mid lane. Still got 25 seconds left on this lock-in. We're choosing an 80 carry for TSG. Alright, we do have Jax locked in for TSG Shaco in that top lane, as well as the 80 carry lock-in here of that Draven. Alright, it's going to be a top lane Garen here. Lucian also locked in. Lucian, a great all-around 80 carry. Again, we could see mid lane Lulu. Last two picks coming out here for TSG. Could be that Jungle Vi. Alright, we got that mid lane Ahri locked in here. Again, we're not sure if it's mid or support Lulu on the side of Team Uggish here. We'll find out quite shortly as Vi gets locked in for that jungle for TSG. And they got that last pick here on the side of Team Uggish. Looks like it's Soraka locked in, also an ambiguous pick. We'll see if they move him around. They have 50 seconds to move around their champions to the correct summoners, as well as changing their summoner spells, runes, masteries. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, thanks so much for joining us. This is Not So Stock Tournament's Gold Tier Tournament. This is Game 1, Round 1. This is a best-of-1 single elimination tournament. The winner of this matchup moves on to the semifinals, so you might as well call this the quarterfinals, but this is round 1 between Team TrueSkill Gaming and Team Uggish. Again, this is our gold tier tournament. If you'd like to get involved, go ahead and check us out at NotSoStock.ca. You can sign up on our website for upcoming tournaments, as well as check out the schedule of upcoming events. We have a tournament for almost every night of the week, including a tournament for each tier, bronze up through diamond, as well as an any tier tournament on Friday evenings. That any tier tournament doesn't even matter if you're ranked, not even level 30, whatever you'd like to do, as long as you have a League of Legends account and you've got 4 other friends that you want to put together a team, you can join us for that any tier tournament, any open bracket, every Friday evening here at NotSoStockGaming. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'd love to welcome you to the stream if you're just joining us. And if this is your first time joining us, I'd love for you to hit that follow button at the bottom of the stream. You can join us for awesome League of Legends events for every evening of the week. We have special events on the weekends too. Again, my name is Impossible, and on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'll be streaming these games for you, as well as shoutcasting every win henceforth. So the winner of this matchup, I will move along with on the stream, be it TSG or Team Uggish. The winner of this matchup will move on to the semifinal here on this stream. Again, best of ones, single elimination, no losers bracket. Top 4 teams are guaranteed a RP reward issued by Riot Games, and the winner of the tournament, the winning team, each of the 5 participating members will be issued 3,200 RP, as well as Triumphant Rise. Just a bit under a minute and a half left on that spectator delay here, guys. As soon as that's completed, we'll be loading onto Summoner's Rift for our first round match between TSG and Team Uggish. Alright, only about 20 seconds remaining on that spectator delay here, guys, and we'll be loading onto Summoner's Rift for, again, the first round match between TSG and Uggish. This is technically our quarterfinal match. The winner of this matchup moves on to the semifinals and will be guaranteed an RP reward up to the maximum that is awarded to the winners of 3,200 RP apiece, as well as that Triumphant Rise skin. Alright, here we are, guys. We are loading on to Summoner's Rift for, again, that first round match between Team NotSoStockGaming and Team Uggish. Alrighty, in just a moment, guys, we'll be loaded here onto Summoner's Rift for, again, our first round match of tonight's NotSoStock Gold Tier Tournament. We have tournaments for each tier every night throughout the week, with special events on the weekends. On behalf of NotSoStockGaming, my name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting for you this evening. In the meantime, while we're loading onto the Rift here, guys, you can check out our website at NotSoStock.ca. We have a couple of awesome features on there for you guys to get involved in our esports community. The first of which being that Team Finder feature. If you don't have a team but you want to get involved in our tournaments here with your chance to win some free RP as well as that Triumphant Rise skin, you can check out that Team Finder feature on our website. Again, at NotSoStock.ca. There's a link to it in the bottom of the stream here, guys. Also, if this is your first time joining us, we'd love for you to hit that follow button so that you can see whenever we come online here on Twitch, so that you can join us for awesome League of Legends throughout the entire week. The Another awesome feature on our website would include our high elo coaching if you're interested in upping your game, either as a solo player or if your ranked 5 teams needs a little bit of a boost to figure things out. You can check that out as a service available through our website, again at NotSoStock.ca. Here we are on to Summoner's Rift here, guys. We have TSG on blue side versus Team Uggish on purple side. The winner of this matchup moves on to the semi-final here on NotSoStockGaming's Gold Tier Tournament. We have a tournament for every tier every night of the week, with special events on the weekends.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Looks like we will have a mid lane Soraka, and it will be a support Lulu. Those were ambiguous picks in Champion Select, but now we do know, based on those level 1 buys of the Spell Sedge for that Lulu, going up against the Relic Shield of that Leona. Looks like we got a 5-man stack down here in the bottom lane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
There was a ward placed by that support Lulu here on the blue buff. It was a successful invade, but it looks like the Garen, Lucian, and Wukong from Uggish will go and secure a blue on the other side of the map. Looks like TSG will also just back off. Jax recalling to go to the top lane.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like it'll be a red buff start here for this Vi, as well as a red buff start for the Wukong up here near the top lane. That means they'll most likely be on opposite ends of the map come the level 6. Around that 3 to 4 minute mark, we'll be seeing some action. Hopefully around that time we'll get ganks from each of these junglers. Level 6 really strong for each of those junglers, with the Sultan Battery available for that Vi, as well as Cyclone available for Wukong. Most likely see a gank early on in that top lane. Red buff picked up by both junglers around the same time. They'll definitely mark those. In this bottom lane, it's really interesting to watch who can get that level 2 first. In order to secure level 2 for both you and your support in that bottom lane, you have to kill all of the minions in the first wave as well as all of the melee minions in that second wave. So as you can see here, it's even in terms of minions. A little bit of aggression goes down onto Lucian, returned on to TSG Fairfar on that Draven. Great double shot passive, putting a lot of pain down from that Lucian. So as you can see here, only that last purple minion remains. As soon as that dies, that's level 2 for blue team here. Zenith Blade available for TSG Pro. Locks down onto that Lucian. Ignite goes down onto him as well. Summoner Heal comes out. He still has his flash available. Will Ignite tick? No. He returns. He stays in lane with sub 100 HP. Just barely breaking that 100 HP mark now. But look, full health bars for both TSG Pro and Fairfar in this bottom lane. Zenith Blade back off cooldown for that Leona as she connects onto Lulu, but Wukong is down here in this bottom lane as well. Will they chase? I don't think they can 1v2 this guy here. Red buff on that Wukong though. He's got the nice slow. Flash comes out from that Draven. He does have Summoner Heal available. Will he be forced to use it? He will. Nice! Zenith Blade locks him down underneath the tower. That's double buffs going over to Draven and back over to Lucian as that nice Q lands across them. But Leona has a lot of HP and a full minion wave here. A Zenith Blade would connect if she wants to flash for it. Her flash is on cooldown, actually. Oh, almost connecting. Great flash coming out from that Lucian. He would have been dead there. A lot of action in this bottom lane. Returns a kill onto each of these guys. Great plays overall. First blood went to Draven, though. Alright, in this top lane, we've got Shaco versus Garen. Looks like Garen out-sustaining Shaco by a wide margin. His passive of Perseverance doing a lot for him there. So you can see the green hue around his champion model indicates that he is regenerating his health over time. Whereas there are no more consumables available for TSG Shaco at this time. Alrighty, about a 300 gold lead in favor of TSG at this moment. Mostly from Draven's League of Draven passive. He was able to get a small bonus from his first blood there. Again, Lucian still with double buffs down in his bottom lane. He's got about a minute and a half left on those buffs. And as you can see, a lot of pain just from the red buff ticks. Has a nice gank top lane. Comes out from that Vi. She's only level 4. But that was a really good one. No wards in the river or Tri-Resh to see that coming. Well done by TSG Gomu on that champion in the jungle. Only about 45 seconds left on the double buffs on that Lucian. And it looks like Vi won't be down here in time to try and make a play on those. Alright, level 4 is coming out for the bottom lane here. They're not quite close to that level 6, while solo laners will be getting it shortly. League of Draven just getting stacked up for a little bit. Red buff ticks go down onto TSG Pro. Nice Zenith Blade, but a great Relentless Pursuit dash out of that Lucian keeps him from being locked down. Her stun not able to connect. Alright, double buffs have worn off from that Lucian now. Up in this top lane, we've got a little bit of a CS lead in favor of Garen here. Nice stun comes out from TSG Shaco though. Puts a little bit of pain down onto Garen, but Garen's got a full and a half minion wave to protect himself. Lots of consumables in the inventory here of Jax. Only takes a couple ticks from the spin to win out of that Garen. Alright, down in this bottom lane again. Relatively even gold. Driven being up a tiny bit just from League of Draven passive, getting that first blood as well. Nice little bit of auto attack harass using that adrenaline rush. Wow, nice lockdown. Hits Lucian. The stun does indeed connect. Great Whimsy to reduce the aggression of Draven. A lot of autos go back down onto TSG Pro. Great Glitter Lance to avoid an extended trade with Draven getting the better of them. There is a peak ward protecting the jungle here for this Vi. She's picking up her second red buff around the 7-minute mark, which means Wukong was doing the same. Level 6 is available for both of these junglers now. Looks like Wukong's heading to this mid lane. Nice ward from Ahri. Doesn't actually spot him out, but Soraka would have known that that was placed. Nice ward from that Wukong. We'll see when Vi does her red. We got a little bit of a gank off in the wings here. Chishigomo on that Vi. Ready to do a gank here. Charging up Vault Breaker. Does have Flash and Assault and Battery available, but Wukong's off in the wings as well. They don't actually see him as Garen dies in a solo kill in the top lane. Blue buff going to go over to RA here. She is about half HP though, so if Wukong can pull off a successful gank, they might get a buff transfer complete here. Alright, Wukong heading down into the bottom lane. There's not a lot of mana in the pools of both these bottom laners though. Flash in there, nice knock up onto Leona. The culling body blocked by Leona as well. It's a great gank, blowing summoner spells from all over blue side's bottom lane. No flash will be available for either Draven or Leona. Again, in this mid lane, there's a blue buff on the Ahri, but not one on Soraka. She's trying to last hit under turret. Blue buff being slowly taken. They will know that there's two people in the jungle here, which means Wukong will have to take his own blue. Will he get spotted out? Nice invisibility keeps him safe, and as he gets closer to his turret, he will get away safely. Looks like a 4-man push down here in this bottom lane, trying to get a little bit of action. Ball Pricker is available. But great dash, relentless pursuit coming out from that Lucian. Avoids the knock-up from Vault Breaker. And that'll be a flash blown by that Vi. A little bit forced in that bottom lane. Alright, Ahri coming in here into this mid lane, gets silenced off the bat. True damage used to clear out the minions instead of put damage down onto Soraka. This is probably not a good spot for either of these guys. We'll see who can come out on top. There is the Vault Breaker over the wall, as well as Assault and Battery. One more Star Colo to taking down TSG Believe, but a great gank over the wall there from that Vi will secure the kill. 4-1 in terms of kills, with no turrets falling just quite yet. The overall gold up about 1,500 in favor of TSG. Up in this top lane again, farm numbers relatively equal, but we've got a couple kills that have gone down onto this Garen. A little bit of an aggression underneath the turret. This might be a little bit forced, but I suppose the Draven ult, as well as the Ignite, will be enough to take him down. Great microing of the tower aggro down in that bottom lane. Is there going to be enough microing here in this top lane? Minions OP gets a nice shutdown gold, turning back over to that Garen. Wukong gets a solo kill in the river onto that Leona. That's going to be another couple kills coming over to Team Uggish. 6-3 now. Only about a 2k gold lead in favor of TSG. So nothing wildly outrageous. A little bit of aggression here in this mid lane. But Wukong's really close. Nice Cyclone locks her down for a split second. She uses her flash to avoid it. Might have been able to hold on to that with Vi coming to keep them off of a tower dive. However, Assault and Battery is not quite yet available. Alright, again, down here in this bottom lane, we've got a massive gold lead for this Draven. As you can see here, he's completed his Bloodthirster as well as Tier 1 boots to just the BF Sword and Vamp Scepter of this Lucian here. Nice Zenith Blade does connect onto Purple's team in this bottom lane here. Wow, Garen trying to defend against this Jax, and Jax went in against a full minion wave with a cannon minion against that Garen. Definitely took a lot of pain. The Cutlass completed. Interesting choice of itemization here for that Garen with the Tiamat completed, looking to build that into Ravenous Hydra. An interesting choice there, as most of Garen's damage comes out from that Judgment spin to win. Alright, Wukong and Lulu are here in this bottom lane, but a solo kill on that Lucian. Again, no flash available for that Draven, but a lot of pain goes back down. One more auto should take down. Wish comes out from the mid lane. Great save onto that Wukong. Assault and Battery comes out. That's going to be a killing spree for TSG Gombo and a killing spree for that Draven. They're both getting huge here. A great 1v1 in this top lane. A little bit of a stun goes down onto Garen, but he's got his ultimate available in just a moment. Yeah, Jax might want to think about backing off there. Bottom lane turret goes down. That's the first stone of the game, if you may, in favor of TSG. Really low HP bars in this Dragon Pit with Soraka in that mid lane and Lucian returning to bottom lane, but it looks like they'll be able to secure this with just 9 HP damage as well as that Smite secure. As Ahri picks up the last hit. That's the first Dragon going over in favor of TSG. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks so much for joining us for tonight's Gold tier tournament of NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments. We've got a tournament for every tier for almost every night throughout the week with special events on the weekends. We'd love for you to hit that follow button on that Twitch channel so that you can join us every night of the week for awesome League of Legends tournaments. These are rewarded tournaments, as RP is rewarded by Riot Games to the top 4 teams that finish in our tournament, with a Triumphant Rise being added to an RP prize pool for the first place finish. Wukong on top of the board here in this mid lane. The Ignite is available by Ahri though, and Wish is down for Soraka. Soraka with both summoner spells though. Wukong gets in quite close. Red buff Slug does go down, but he won't activate Cyclone even though it was available. He might have actually been able to pick up a solo kill there because he should have known that Ari's flash was down. Even with her ultimate, he had a lot of damage to put down. Jack's putting a lot of pain down onto this top lane turret. He'd love to get that down so that he can group with his team. Nine to 3 in kills, 1 to 1 in turrets, 1 to 0 in terms of dragons in favor of TSG. Means there's about a 5,000 gold lead, again, in favor of TSG. As Draven completes an early Brutalizer. Interesting choice for him. If he is indeed going for a Yomu's Ghostblade, then that makes sense with the small items he has in his inventory, the Brawler's Gloves, building into an Avarice Blade. Nice gank here into this top lane, but Garen is really tanky. Ignite goes down to reduce the incoming heal from that Wish. That's just going to be a nice kill in that top lane. Garen did not have Flash, but at least they got the Wish out of that mid lane, Soraka. Trying to save his friend in that top lane. Shoving in up on this top lane here to try and take the turret down. It will fall, as it only has a few hundred HP. TSG believe trying to do the same in the mid lane here. But they've got 3, almost 4 members collapsing here on this mid lane to try and save that turret, and they will. Charm not quite connecting, and a decent amount of damage coming out from Orb of Deception. Soraka has completed her Athene, so she's got a decent amount of magic resist, but the true damage on the return of Orb of Deception will still deal full damage, regardless of resistances. Alright, Wukong gets out behind. Cyclone activated to knock up both of these guys. Draven activates his ultimate and ends up taking down one. Will he get a second? He had a lot of lifesteal to try and make that happen. But TSG Pro takes a lot of pain. One more auto should take him down, maybe 2. Great Q through the minions actually takes him down. That's a double kill for that Lucian. And if I'm not mistaken, also a shutdown onto that Draven. In this top lane, Garen winning out in farm, but jacks up a couple kills. Our great stun comes out from TSG Shaco, but there is Demacia Injustice, the ultimate available here for the Steel Legion Garen. That could take down TSG Shaco if he's not keeping himself safe. Trying to complete that Blade of the Ruined King to deal with the health stacking that this Garen has started to do. Mid lane turret did go down in favor of TSG by... Does have Assault and Battery available, chooses not to actually use it, as Wish was blown again to keep Garen alive. This time it actually does, though. So at least it's worth it for that use at that point. Draven once again stacking up that passive in the bottom lane. As there's a little bit of aggression here out of this Ahri in the mid lane, trying to wave clear to shove things up to create a little bit of map pressure. Nice auto comes out from that Draven. That Brutalizer and the Sheen, as well as the Avarice Blade, means he's just got a lot of auto attack damage relatively early on. We're only 18.5 minutes into the game here. Things really close. Wukong back in the bottom lane again, gets stunned and then slowed. Great peel. Self-peel and helping each other out of the duo lane in the bottom. Draven does steal away that white camp from Wukong. Still trying to apply pressure in this bottom lane with just a couple champions. Ahri rotating over to the bottom lane. Gets spotted out by Wukong. Again, if you guys want to get involved in our tournaments here for your chance at some decent RP rewards, then you can log on to our website at NotSoStock.ca. You can check out the schedule for upcoming tournaments, as well as our schedule of events for tournaments already going to happen. You can sign up for events until the night before that they're going to take place. Looks like this will be the second dragon going over to TSG if they can secure it with Vi's Smite, as it is off cooldown. Wukong not quite close, and there it is. Charm lands onto the wrong Wukong. TSG believe takes so much pain. He gets immediately deleted. Wish comes out to put a little bit more HP onto the hands of the purple team here, but Draven has a lot of HP remaining. It's going to be a rampage for Vi. She's almost down. Draven with a lot of damage, trying to kite his way away. One more auto will take down the Lucian, but nice flash coming off of Lucian keeps him safe. Oh, the ward of the wall means he'll actually pick him up there. Nice assault and battery knocks up the Garen for just the half second needed to take him down. Well played. Great team coordination there. TSG coming out with an ace. Overall, 16-7 in kills, 3-1 in turrets, 2-0 in dragons, and an extra buff steal for that Vi means the gold lead now increases to almost 10,000 here at the 21-minute mark in favor of TSG. You can check out our website at NotSoStock.ca. We've got a couple awesome features there for you guys. One includes the Team Finder feature, where if you want to get involved but you don't have a Fives team at the moment, but you'd like to participate, you can look for a Fives team using that feature on our website. Also, if you're looking to up your game as a solo queue player or as a Fives team or anywhere in between, we've got high elo coaching available through our website. Again, NotSoStock.ca. You can check that out. We've got high elo coaches standing by to figure out how they can help you best. TSG believe misses his charm onto that Soraka here in the mid lane, as she'll just use Darkhold to clear out that wave. Leona getting some ward coverage in the jungle here. A nice gank onto TSG Shaco up here in this top lane. He goes immediately ham onto that Wukong. He has revealed the Wukong, jumps over the wall. Great job by that Jax to actually pick up a kill. There's not a lot of armor on that Wukong, so he falls quite nicely to the completed Bleeder of the Room King, as well as the Phage completed by that Jax. He's got a lot of damage, and activating that ultimate was great for resistances to keep himself tanking two people at once. A turret falls in this bottom lane, now 4-1 in turrets. Again, still in favor of TSG. As that gold lead now starting to get out of his hand. Not sure how much a Soraka can contribute to a gank in a low CC lane. TSG fair for tanking up the culling, but great use of stand aside to actually interrupt the culling. He has to run here, uses his flash to get out of range. He's in the brush. One more auto will take down Soraka, and he does. He's life-stealing up, takes down Lucian as well. A couple autos will take down Lulu, and that's a double kill, almost a triple kill for that Draven. So much damage with the Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Sheen, and Brutalizer. Just a million damage. Great 2v3, microing that damage as well as peeling for each other. A great bottom lane duo with a lot of synergy. Nice Vault Breaker, breaking the armor of this Garen. She does have Assault and Battery available as Ahri comes around the side. There it goes down to make sure the charm does land. A lot of damage goes down onto Garen, and he will fall. Great job by TSG to try and get that back here. Draven and Leona relatively low in that bottom lane. They might want to think about backing now that they've gotten a huge advantage with that last trade, but with people being super healthy from that Nexus Fountain, they'll be coming back with vengeance. They do back off in that bottom lane, so it looks like they'll buy.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
It looks like getting a little bit caught out here is this Vi, but with Vault Breaker used to escape, she will get away. TSG believe with her charm down. Okay, in this top lane, Jax again trying to 1v multiple people. He activates his ultimate. Looks like he says, I'm going to die one way or another. So he tries to take down that Lulu. But Lulu flashes away to make sure she doesn't actually fall. And that'll be a kill going over onto TSG Shaco in that top lane. But it pulls 4 people away. Nice charm lands onto Soraka. That'll be a dead Soraka in that mid lane. Wish was on cooldown. Red buff slow goes down onto Leona. She gets a nice solar flare to actually hit 3. Judgment activated, but gets slowed as well. One more auto will take down that Garen. Summoner heal used by Draven to speed himself up, but the Q from Garen going to keep him safe. Looks like another turret will fall in favor of TSG, as these members will try and regen up to siege this mid lane turret. Draven just putting down some pain here as Home Guard comes out from a lot of the different members of Uggish here. They're going to chase onto these guys, chase them off the turret at least. There's a minion wave pushing in that top lane against Team Uggish, so they'll definitely want to go clear that out. Here comes that Garen 2 cleared out. Dragon will spawn in just under a minute. The first 2 dragons have gone in favor of TSG, as well as 6-1 in turrets, 22-8 in kills. Again, 2-0 in terms of dragons. That's a 15,000 gold lead here in favor of TSG at the 25.5 minute mark. Again, this is NotSoStockGaming's gold tier tournament. This is round 1 between TSG and Team Uggish. All of our tournaments are comprised of single elimination, best of ones with no losers bracket. The winner moves on to the next round. The loser goes home, or logs off, if you may. Looks like a little bit of a swap here with Jax moving to the bottom lane to split from his team to push. He doesn't quite have teleport, but as he's shown a few times, he can take on multiple members, so he definitely has a lot of map pressure by splitting from his team. Alright, Dragon has now respawned, and it looks like we've got Leona and Vi starting it up, with Jax and Ahri quite close. Looks like they'll be stealing away that blue buff as well. Again, if you'd like to get involved in our tournaments, you can check us out at NotSoStock.ca. We have plenty of slots available for upcoming tournaments. Tomorrow will be the Platinum tier tournament with Diamond on a Thursday evening. Open tier on Fridays. It doesn't even matter if you're level 30, you can join us for that one. Again, that was the 3rd dragon going over to TSG, as TSG fair far on that Draven takes a lot of damage from the turret as well as a little bit of poke. Down. Wow, the ultimate just comes out from Draven to try and delete Lucian. Forces the flash and summoner heal out of that Lucian. Nice knockup onto 4 people from the Lulu Wild Growth. Tried to be chained into Cyclone from Wukong, but as each of them go in one by one, that's going to be a double kill as well as a kill picked up by that Ahri. The culling comes out, but there's so much damage from just the auto attacks of this Draven. So much lifesteal as well with the Bloodthirster. An interesting Draven build I've never seen before. Might want to try it myself because it's been doing work. First inhibitor falls 27.5 minutes into the game here. There'll be 7 minion waves with a super minion spawning over the next 4 minutes. Charm almost connects onto that Lucian there. Great Relentless Pursuit to dodge it. Looks like that's the first Nexus turret and the second falling as they try to peel off this Wukong. Wukong gets in the middle of them, but he doesn't have Cyclone available. But there's numbers here for Purple Team. They're chasing, but nice peel as they try to micro the damage. Chasing onto Draven here. He lifesteal to tank everybody, but gets shut down by that Lucian. But that'll be another ace in favor of TSG. Only losing the Draven. That'll be the GGs coming out in that all chat. As you can hear, only the Nexus remains as the turrets have already gone down. That'll be game 1, going in favor 30-9 in kills, 9-1 in turrets, and finally Nexus falling in favor of TSG. Congratulations to them. They'll be moving on to our semi-final matchup, as we'll check out that bracket to see who was indeed victorious. Victory. Again, congratulations to TSG. They were successful there against Team Uggish. We'll see who won between Team Orbit Gaming and T5 Chickens. The winner of that matchup will take on TSG for the semifinals of tonight's NotSoStockGaming Gold Tier Tournament. TSG is indeed actually higher seed than either of those matchups, so we'll go ahead and set up a match here. Again, congratulations to TSG. They were successful in their first round match against Team Uggish. That'll be the first round win, and they'll move on to our semifinals between, well, we'll find out soon enough who the victor were, I don't know. Who the victors were. Yes. Who the victors will be between the matchup of Orbit Gaming and T5 Chickens. You can check out that bracket as I posted that in the chat there for you guys. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, my name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting for you this evening. Again, if you want to get involved in our tournaments, you can log on to NotSoStock.ca and check out the schedule for upcoming events. Sign up your team, or sign up for that Team Finder feature if you're just a solo member looking for a team. You can also use that Team Finder feature if your team is looking for members. If you have 3 or 4 and you just need 1 or 2 more, go ahead and use that feature to join us for upcoming events. We have a tournament for every tier. Tonight is Gold. Tomorrow will be Platinum. Diamond Thursday evening, and then our Open, my favorite event will be that Open bracket tournament Friday nights. Doesn't even matter if you're level 30. If you've got you and 4 other friends to make 5 people for a team, go ahead and sign up on our website for that event. You've got a shot at free RP here at NotSoStockGaming's amateur League of Legends tournaments. Great League of Legends every night of the week with special events on the weekends. Again, check us out at NotSoStock.ca. Again, I'll be right back, guys, for our semifinal matchup between TSG and the winner of Orbit Gaming versus T5 Chickens. We're about to get underway, guys, for round 2 semi-final matchup between TSG and T5C. Alright, here we are on into Champions Select here. This will be the semi-final matchup between TSG and T5C. First bands coming out, Rise and Kha'Zix. Oriana band out as well. We'll see what the next band is for T5C. It's not hard to do your homework on TSG. They've played in a lot of our tournaments here on stream. Alrighty, Nocturne band out, and then Wukong, the final band coming out from TSG. Maybe they felt like last game that was the one thing that they were having troubles with. Lee Sin band out against TSG Gomu in that jungle. Will they first pick that Jax as they have in the recent past, or will they pick Thresh? Thresh, the favorite of TSG Pro. TSG Shaco playing a lot of Jax throughout our tournaments in that top lane, or maybe even the Nidalee pick. That is the favorite main champion in the mid lane for TSG, believe. We'll see who they choose for the first pick in this semi-final matchup against T5C. Again, this is our gold tier tournament this evening of NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments throughout the week. Looks like they do lock in that Jax for TSG Shaco. The Thresh Caitlyn bottom lane locked in quite quickly there for T5C. We'll see what the answer in that bottom lane is for TSG. Morgana is available for TSG Pro, and he normally does pick that up if there is either a Thresh ban with a Leona pick or just a Thresh pick. Alright, there we go. With Lucian locked in for TSG Fairfar, wanting to play the champion he played against instead of the Draven that was also available. TSG Goma will lock in that Vi for a second game in a row. Renekton that pick for the top lane on the side of T5C. are finally going to be locked in. We're going to have most likely a jungle Xinjiao if you see those summoner spells getting chosen. And then Renekton locked in for that top lane. Renekton has an early lead over that Jax, but we've seen TSG Shaco on that Jax be a monster against a lot of different matchups. See how that turns out. Alright, finally that lock-in for that Leona to have a nice little bit of synergy with the Lucian. Also, Nidalee locked in. Again, TSG Blue's favorite champion. Our champions have been locked in. As you see them, they got 50 seconds to switch them around as they might need them. In 50 seconds, we'll start that 3-minute delay for you guys here into the semifinal matchup. Will be underway shortly. Alrighty, just about a minute and a half left on that stream delay for you guys here. This is the semifinal matchup between TSG and T5C. The winner of this matchup will move on to the finals. Both of these teams are guaranteed to get an RP reward for this evening's tournament. Again, this is NotSoStockGaming's Gold Tier Tournament. We have tournaments for each tier throughout the evening, including a Diamond tier that will take place on Thursday evening after tomorrow night's Platinum Tournament. And we have open bracket tournaments every Friday evening that you can participate in, even if you're not even ranked. Doesn't matter if you're even level 30. Just put together 5 people for a team, sign up on our website, NotSoStock.ca, and get involved. You can get your shot at the free RP as well as the Triumphant Rise skin for each of our tiered tournaments. Everything from Bronze Diamond has the same reward, and we'll be bringing you even more. The more participations we get, more likely we can bring you better rewards for your victories here on Summoner's Rift in our tournaments. Again, if you're just joining us, I'd love to thank you for joining the stream. Hit that follow button if you haven't already. We'd love for you guys to join us as spectators throughout the entire week. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter as well. Again, my name is Impossible, and I'll be streaming this for you as well as shoutcasting each of tonight's matches. Just about 10 seconds, we'll be getting into load screen here to move on to Summoner's Rift for, again, the semi-final matchup between TSG and T5C for tonight's Gold Tier Tournament.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Thirty seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Alright, I'm back here, guys. Apologize for being away. We've got a lot of aggression down here in the bottom lane. That's a double kill for support. Lulu. Her ultimate does wear off. Nice trap coming out from Caitlyn there. As Nidalee will pick up that kill in that bottom lane. Nidalee going to rush back to that mid lane to try to get back to that mid lane to defend the turret as Renekton pulls out a solo kill on TSG Shaco in that top lane. Congratulations to them.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Purple team has slain the dragon. Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
And we're back. I apologize so much, you guys, for having to step away. I had a family emergency, but I am back for the remainder of this evening. Again, my name is Impossible. I'll be shoutcasting the remainder of the semifinal match between TSG and their opponents, Team 5 Chickens. Looks like we have a decent gold lead on the side of TSG, 5-3 in turrets, 14-9 in kills. And looks like we had a decent separation. I'm going to guess, because I wasn't actually here for it, I'm going to guess that the... oh, great catch by Death Sentence lands onto Lucian. He goes down instantly. Ace in the hole didn't actually have to go on the full cooldown. Nice Death Sentence again. Death Sentence being perfect as far as what his name stands for 2 times in a row. He'll catch out that pink as well. And that'll actually almost even up the gold lead there with those 2 catches. It was a shutdown on that Lucian, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to guess that the last dragon went over to purple team as well. That pink ward will give them nice vision control of this entire area. TSG Shaco will face check into 4 almost. Speeds up that Thresh, but he misses Death Sentence for one. Stun goes down onto Thresh as she flashes over the wall with Wild Growth. He'll get exhausted as well. Yeah, you can't 1v4, bro. He falls in the top lane. That'll be 3 successive deaths on TSG's side, almost evening up the gold. There's only about 7,000, now 6,000 gold that separates these 2 teams. It's a lot of map pressure that's in favor of TSG with having a couple extra turrets, but gold isn't everything. Nice spear lands onto Barcode there. The culling might be enough to actually take him down. He only has about a tick of his health bar remaining. He gets away with sub 100 HP. Nice spear lands onto Caitlyn as well as Dominus gets popped by Renekton. Takes Vi underneath the turret with her Assault and Battery. Nice heals, and the shield coming out from facing the mountain will actually save her as Renekton falls as well. Alright, looks like that mid lane turret will also fall. In that mid lane, that'll be another turret going over in favor of TSG as half the health bar goes away from that Barcode Lulu with just 1 spear from Nidalee. Looks like another minute or so before Dragon respawns. Baron's on the table though, but Team 5 Chickens has a lot of vision control with a couple pinks in that area. Lots of ward coverage in their favor. See how things turn out as we're 22.5 minutes into the game here, guys. 6-3 in turrets, 15-12 in kills, but only 2,000 gold separates these teams. In 22 minutes in the game, a couple thousand ain't much. Looks like it's mostly on the hands of that top laner and mid laner. Solo laners ahead for these guys. On purple team, Nidalee's got the most gold on her team. It's a decent farm lead for this Jax in the top lane. And he's got a Blade of the Ruined King to deal with the Rando and Zoman health on that Renekton. Nice slice to get away from the stun, but the jump from that Shaco and the slow coming out from Blade of the Ruined King activated that ultimate from that guy. Ignite goes down onto Renekton, but he flashes the wall and he will actually get away. Great play by that Renekton to actually avoid a death up there in the top lane. But that'll give a little bit of free reign up there, seeing as there are 4 members of purple team down here in the bottom lane. Death Sentence is available. Will he turn around? Zenith Blade locks down Caitlyn as well as the Solar Flare. Chained into Assault and Battery. Summoner Heal comes out. She flashes over the wall to get away. They kill Lucian on the backside as everybody tunnel visioned onto Caitlyn and she gets away with like no HP. But here comes the Jax. He's probably going to catch her up. Gets slowed out by 90 caliber net. Great job. But the spear! Oh, not quite connecting. Oh, the pain. Will she get executed or will it be a kill? Looks like it's a kill from that Nidalee, as I'm sure Caitlyn walked over a trap. It looks like Nidalee is now dominating. She's got that Athene, she's got that Death Cap, and she's probably building a Void Stop out of that Amp Tome, which will be a lot of damage from each of those spears, as if it wasn't already. Looks like a Dragon will go over to TSG here, and that'll increase their gold lead to almost 3,000. Got a couple turrets as well. Baron's the next thing on people's minds for sure, as all turrets outside the base have been taken against that purple team. Nice, grabbing that pink ward, getting a little bit of vision control in their favor, but this is one of the things you don't want to do. If you just put some wards down and walk away, that allows the enemy team to basically just delete all your wards and put their own down. You kind of got to stick around to keep them safe. Yo Fantasy on that Renekton recalling this top lane, but there's a couple people that could actually collapse on him. Only one more second on the recall. Gets cancelled, and there's Leona with the stun. Sunlight passive gets ignited as well. She's got Zenith Blade available again as well. Locks him down. The spear doesn't connect, but that'll be a kill. Godlike for TSG Believe on his favorite champion, Nidalee, in the mid lane here. Thresh trying to get some wards in the Baron pit to make sure that they can't actually follow up with a Baron. There's no teleport on either of these top laners. Most important to realize that as TSG Shaco on that Jax is on the other end of the map from Baron. A nice shove in that top lane as well. Oh, he gets spotted out. Will they chase him? There's no red buff on Xin Zhao to really put a lot of slowdown on that TSG Shaco. But there's a lot of aggression here in this top lane with two people here. Only Lulu to defend. She's got decent wave clear with Glitter Lance. Decent poke goes down onto Lucian, but he'll lifesteal it right back up with his Bloodthirster. Couple hits goes down onto the turret with the Sheen procs. Also a spear connecting through the shield on that Lulu. Flashes out from TSG Believe to survive, but there's only two people here as they fall. Xin Zhao gets in the mix and separates blue team, but he's really squishy for an initiate champion. He falls to the double kill of that Lucian as they're chasing down onto this Thresh. Caitlyn's quite low as well. Will she try and get a return kill? Wow, she stops to 90 caliber net. That might have been a mistake, but Descendants pulls Lucian into the wall. Ace in the hole is ready, plus a tower hit would take him down. That's a great hit there. Shut down onto the Lulu as well, though. Jax gets away. There's no way to jump a wall like that, but TSG Shaco gets underneath the turret to ace that Thresh. He's tanky enough to tank out the turret as well. Looks like he's going to take down this bottom lane turret on his own. Okay, he will get joined by TSG Believe and Gomu. They've got Renekton on his way, with now the respawn coming out from Xin Zhao as well. There are no home guards on Xin Zhao, but he's going to walk here. Looks like they're getting the inhibitor and then back off. Nice spear to make sure that they can't actually chase. Looks like they'll go get a blue buff for one of these three champions. Maybe a refresh for the legendary Nidalee here. She would love to have a permanent blue buff. Yes, they will actually give it over to her. There'll be another 3 minutes or so before that dragon respawns. Probably 2.5 at this point. As Baron is also available. Leona sweeping out wards soon, I believe. Looks like her sweeper's on cooldown. She used it in this area near her pink ward. They do have decent ward coverage. Xin Zhao trying to get a stacks on the newly made Feral Flare. He hasn't been able to get it. Look at that. That's his second stack all game on Feral Flare. I mean, it's only 27 minutes into the game, but normally if you're going that item, you want to be able to stack it as much as possible. It did take a hard nerf in 4.7, which is the patch that we are currently on, as minions would love to take a trip into the forest, but return to the lane. A little bit of an adventure field trip for them. They won't actually catch out onto Jax. But there's two people bottom lane. That might be the go-ahead for this Baron. There's a couple wards in there. They will see that Baron has been started, or at least aggroed. And they decide to go for it. Again, two people are bottom lane. TSG Shaco is recalling. He will most likely purchase home guards to join his team. No, he will actually stay in that bottom lane. Pulled over Peacemaker. Did connect onto Leona. But there's only a couple thousand health remaining. And the smite coming out from Vi will secure Baron in favor of TSG. That'll increase their gold lead to about 8,000, plus the 4,000 worth of stats that Baron buff provides for all of the members on TSG. All of them getting that Baron buff. Looks like they're going to want to take this top lane, as bottom lane is pushing on its own with super minions, as well as the Jax. Jax for recall to join his team. Probably doesn't need to recall unless he has a significant item to purchase, because the Baron buff allows for significant regen of both your resource and your health bar. Descendants does connect onto a Baroned up team, though. I don't know if that's the best thing to go for. They do shut down the Nidalee, though, so that's a lot of gold that goes over to the team. Looks like they'll take on TSG Pro as well. It is a 5v4. Looks like that was a great play, I suppose. Nobody falling on the side of Purple's team here. TSG loses Baron buff on a couple members, as well as a shutdown gold going back over to Purple team here. The Chickens trying to do everything that they can to bring this back in their favor. They're down about 4 turrets and about 6,000 gold. And a Baron buff, of course. But we'll see how things shape out. TSG Shaco on the hunt in the jungle. Spots out a Caitlyn, but won't actually go for her. Or will he? Gets spotted by Thresh as well, though. Will they be able to catch him? Gets right on top of Yo Boss, puts down the Ignite, and uses the active of Blither and King, but he gets locked down by 3 people because she flashes away and uses Summoner Heal. He gets exhausted as well, jumps to the minions to try to escape. He's got his ultimate going through. Nice block, body block of that Ace in the hole by Gomu here. He's got so much armor that he doesn't take any damage. They just delete the Thresh as 4 extra members of TSG join the fray. Looks like Flash Ballbreaker does connect onto Lulu. She gets deleted with the spear. And then the Assault and Battery catches onto Caitlyn. That's a quasi-ace as Renekton was recalling to defend. And that's going to be another inhibitor falling most assuredly here as Renekton cannot 1v5. Only 4 members in the base, but Jack's really close here. There is a dragon available if they don't think that they can end the game, but they do have 10 to 20 seconds on each of these members. Nice spear means he has to return to the platform as well. He pops Dominus to try to defend, but gets a knock-up in the face from that Vi, and will actually fall to the Nidalee. She's got so much damage if you look at her items, and that's going to be a Nexus falling. Guys, congratulations to TSG. They will take the victory here of the semi-final matchup to move on to the finals of tonight's tournament. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, my name is Impossible, and I'm casting for you this evening of the Gold Tier Tournament. If you want to check out that bracket, I'll post it in the chat for you guys. And we'll get underway shortly for the finals match here on NotSoStockGaming's Amateur Tournaments. Alrighty guys, we'll be underway for the finals matchup here of NotSoStockGaming's Gold Tier Tournament. We have games throughout the entire evening for this tournament. And we have games and tournaments every night of the week, including special events on the weekends. If you're just joining us, thanks so much for tuning into our stream here. My name's Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting this final match for you as soon as we get underway. Again, if you want to check out our website, NotSoStock.ca, we've got some awesome features on there. You can check out the upcoming tournaments. We've got the schedule on our website, as well as a way for you to sign up and get involved in all of our tournaments. We have a tournament for every tier. Also on our website we have a team finder feature. If you don't quite have a team put together at this point, but you would like to participate, you can look for a team using that team finder feature. We also have high elo coaching available through our website, NotSoStock.ca. If you're looking to up your game or your 5s team needs a little bit of a boost in their action, you can hire a high elo coach through our website, again NotSoStock.ca. They can also coach people one-on-one if you're looking to up your game in solo queue. Check that out. Again, this will be the final matchup between TSG and REIDD. Whenever this matchup becomes the first place finish for tonight's Gold Tier Tournament of League of Legends. The winning team gets awarded 3,200 RP apiece, as well as the Triumphant Rise skin. That coveted skin only available through community events like ours. We'd love for you to get involved and get your shot at that free RP, as well as that awesome coveted skin. If you guys want to see it, I'll actually pull it up on the stream here in my client. Rise. Where are you, dear boy? There we are. There you go. If you want your shot at winning this awesome skin here, issued by Riot Games, then you can sign up on our website, NotSoStock.ca, for your shot to get a first place finish here in any of our tournaments. If you don't even have a ranked team, if you're not even level 30, you can still join us on Friday evenings for our open bracket, open tier tournament. We've had a lot of awesome games Friday nights. A great time to join us. Speaking of which, if you just enjoy the shoutcasting, if you just enjoy watching teams compete here on this stream, go ahead and hit that follow button. We'd love to have you join us for every single tournament throughout the week. Alright, sounds like we're into Champion Select here. There we go. TSG versus REIDD for the finals match here on NotSoStockGaming's Gold Tier Tournament. Rise immediately banned out against REIDD. Draven banned out against TSG Farfair. However you say that name. Because I messed it up a couple times. Lee Sin banned out against REIDD. We'll see what the second ban is coming out from this Korean named team. I won't even try to pronounce it. I speak Chinese, I don't speak Korean. Alright, Thresh banned out against TSG Pro. I mean, we had a great Thresh game in past days. We saw a great Thresh out of the Chickens team last game. Awesome death sentences to play into the name of that spell. Alright, the final ban coming out from TSG is going to be Kha'Zix. Don't want to deal with that single target assassination potential and the resets. He's a really strong overall champion. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, guys. Hit that follow button at the bottom of the stream so that you can join us throughout the entire week. The last ban coming out is going to be Vi. That's going to be all the bans coming out between TSG versus REIDD. This is the finals match on NotSoStock's Gold Tier Tournament this evening. Morgana, the lock-in. Definitely that support role for TSG Pro. We've seen a lot of great Dark Bindings out of that Summoner. Couple picks available for REIDD on purple team. Some hotly contested picks would be that Lucian, Caitlyn, Leona. Jax is available for TSG Shaco if they don't actually take it away. If they do lock in that Renekton, I'm pretty sure we'll see a lock-in of that top lane Jax for TSG Shaco. Also, another pick available. 10 seconds ready to lock in those champions. Graves, a really strong pick in that bottom lane for all-in potential. Looks like that will get locked in alongside the Renekton. I do expect a Caitlyn pick, as well as, there's the Caitlyn, as well as I said, the Jax for top lane. TSG Shaco, unless they already plan on picking that later on because they know it's not contested anymore. Could choose a jungle Jax, but not likely. The bottom lane duo going to be that Caitlyn and Morgana here. You can chain Dark Binding and the pool into a Yordle Snap Trap and then into Soul Shackles should you choose. Yeah, TSG Bleed had an awesome game on that Nidalee last game, so why not choose it again? Again, I do expect a Jax pick later on in Champion Select here out of TSG Shaco. A little shout out of a pick there. Hovering over Shaco. And then the Pantheon. Jace. Haven't seen one of them. Ooh, will they actually steal away that Jax for the jungle? It is definitely viable. Would it be worth it? That's a lot of physical damage coming out of their team. Could be Yasuo as well. We haven't seen too many Yasuos in any of our tournaments, really. Alrighty, as I said, the Shaco, TSG Shaco, locking in that Jax. Only inevitable, really. As Sona locked in on top of that Pantheon jungle. Interesting. Sona really squishy. Last pick going to be the jungler here for TSG. Can't recall the last time that Gomu actually ran Nocturne. We've seen a lot of Vi as well as a lot of Lee Sin, but both of those champions are banned out. Looks like it will be that lock-in. TSG believes going to trade with Gomu for that jungle Nocturne and mid lane Nidalee. Last pick going to be the mid laner here for REIDD. It looks like LeBlanc going to be locked in as that final pick there. 1 more minute allowed to adjust runes, masteries, as well as trade around those champions, as you do see Gomu ending up on that jungle Nocturne. Just a couple more seconds allowed to switch things around here. No teleports in this game. We've seen some games with like multiple teleports and then other games with none. Looks like none in here. Alright, lastly, locked in. We got that 3-minute delay for the spectator. In the meantime, guys, go ahead and log on to our website at NotSoStock.ca. You can sign up for upcoming tournaments as well as get involved in other ways. We got a Team Finder feature if you don't quite have a team put together. You can look for one in that way. Alright, just about 1.5 minutes remaining on that delay there, guys. Once that is completed, then we will be loading onto Summoner's Rift for the finals match between TSG and REIDD. We got awesome lineups on either of these teams here. So much damage coming out from Purple Team, as well as a lot of kite ability and poke from Blue Team, TSG, being involved in a lot of our tournaments, as you guys mentioned in the chat. Again, we'd love for you guys to follow this stream as well as check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Check out our website as well, NotSoStock.ca. You can check out a lot of different features on there. We also have high elo coaching available through our website if you're interested in upping your game. You can spend one-on-one time with Diamond players, Challenger players even. If you're interested in that, check out our website, NotSoStock.ca, and input your information. We'll get a coach in touch with you. Also, we love to hear the feedback that our community has for us, so if you have any suggestions on how we can improve our service to our esports community, we'd love to hear back from you. You can contact us through our email, admin@notsostock.ca, or you can send us a message either privately here on Twitch, or you can contact us on Facebook or Twitter. There's a lot of ways to get in touch with us, and we'd love to hear back from you guys so that we can improve our service for you. Also, if you enjoy my shoutcasting at Impossible here, you can follow me on Twitter at TheImpossible, as well as I have a personal stream that I typically stream after these tournaments with a short delay in between. On my personal stream, twitch.tv/TheImpossible, spelled the way that I am as a moderator here in the chat. You can message me if you'd like. I also try to respond to you guys as you ask me questions through the chat. But in the meantime here, guys, we're loading on to Summoner's Rift. This will be the finals match for the first place finish of tonight's Gold Tier tournament of NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournaments throughout the week. I'd love to welcome you guys if you're just joining our stream, and thank you for being with us if you've been here all the evening long. Again, hit that follow button. I'd love to have you join us for every single evening this week. Also, if you're just looking to get involved and you're trying to get your shot at that free RP, if you don't even have a level 30 account and you just want to get involved, we have our open tier tournaments on Friday evenings. You can just put 5 people together. It doesn't have to be a ranked 5s, doesn't even have to be 5 people ranked at all. It can be anything, anywhere, who, what, when, where, why, how. Put 5 people together and come play for your chance at some free RP as well as that Triumphant Rise skin. Also, we have a relatively huge prize pool for each of our tournaments, including the higher ELO one. So if you have friends in high ELO that want to put their skill on showcase here on stream, while also getting a chance to win some free RP and that skin, let them know that we have Platinum and Diamond tier tournaments throughout the week as well, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, respectively, for those tiers. Also, if you just want to come and watch some high ELO play, join us on those evenings and spectate this. They are shoutcasted as well. Again, we'll be underway shortly here, guys, as soon as we load onto Summoner's Rift for the finals match between TSG and REIDD. The winner of this matchup ends up being the victor and will be awarded that 3,200 RP apiece, as well as that Triumphant Rise skin. We have loaded onto the Rift here, guys. So level 1 purchases will come out in just a moment. There we go, as people start moving off the platform and into their level 1 positions. See what different strategies come out of these guys as things continue.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
A little bit of action down here in this bottom lane. A few autos traded. Wow, it takes a little bit of damage from Sona's Q as well. Dark Binding not connecting onto that Graves. Not too much action at that level 1. Level 1, relatively safe for both of these guys. No summoner spells burned by anybody, as Graves was just forced to recall Caitlyn as well. They'll come back to leash their respective junglers' buffs. Looks like a red start for TSG Gomu on that awesome Nocturne skin. Glaive Warrior Pantheon for jungler here in this purple side, as junglers will start their buffs. A tip for you guys on the Dusk's Trail: if you do choose to play jungle Nocturne here, you can see as TSG Gomu use Dusk Trail in this direction, away from the wall. You should do that on all of your camps, because if he does indeed use it, you see how he knows where it will end, because actually if you start right here, it'll come over the wall, and your enemy mid laner will actually see that you're actually doing that Wraith camp. So keep that in mind as you play a jungle Nocturne, that your Dusk Trail can reveal where you are. Keep that in mind as you're jungling as an awesome champion. We'll see who gets that level 2 first here. Uh-oh, Caitlyn standing low. It might have been a DC. I'm pretty sure it is, as she's just kind of standing there. They were trying not to VM, but this is a tournament, unfortunately. The game does get paused. Unfortunately, there's no rules that allow for a remake. Should have called a pause as soon as they noticed that that was happening. Unfortunately, that's a little bit of a lead. Goes over to REIDD. Unfortunately for them. Hopefully that they can sort this out in the next little seconds here. Get Caitlyn to reconnect. Hopefully come back from that small little loss there too. And apologize for that delay. We did have a disconnect. Sorry guys, I'm just communicating with TSG Pro in a side chat here. We're going to determine if they have to remake this game. Apparently Caitlyn has disconnected, as well as is not in communication with her team through any sort of voice communication or in-game. Hold on just a moment here guys as we sort things out. Couple all chats coming out. Give us just a moment here, guys. We're just sorting things out again, just to catch you guys, get you up to speed. Caitlyn did get disconnect. We may have to remake the game here because Caitlyn did just die first blood because she was standing in the middle of bottom lane, not moving at all. And did indeed disconnect. The rules do allow for a remake due to disconnect. Apologize for the delay here, guys. Okay, looks like we're gonna remake the game here, guys. We'll just take a second to do that.
A summoner has reconnected.
Hold on, guys. This isn't actually going to continue. I have to message the captain of REIDD and tell them that we have to remake this game here.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
Sorry guys, we have a little bit of a delay here. We're trying to remake the game. Just getting communication across all team members. It'll take us a moment.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected.
Hold on here, guys. Alright, guys, here we go. We will be underway shortly for our remake here of the finals match. Same picks, same bands will be underway shortly here, guys.
Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
And that'll be the first dragon of the game going over to red team here. We'll go with red instead of purple. It's easier to see now that we're in colorblind mode. Right in this top lane, we had that awesome solo kill dive. Using Dominance to take that up in the top lane. I apologize, my mic was muted for a little bit there, guys. Thanks for letting me know in that chat. Accident on my part. Again with the Dominus dive. There's no flash available for TSG Sheko anymore. He did have to use that. But Renekton's quite tanky, but he cannot tank 3 people and a turret. He's going to fall here. Who will they give the kill over to? It'll be the last auto attack coming out of Nidalee to complete that kill. That'll be the first kill going over to TSG. There's a gold lead in the bottom lane, though. BF sword plus a long sword. Wow, the distortion over the wall almost connects the ethereal change. Again, in this bottom lane, we got an awesome gold lead in terms of minion kills in the favor of that Caitlyn. Nice 90 caliber net into the Piltover Pacemaker, but the quick draw dodge out of that Graves will make the Piltover Pacemaker not connect. A little bit of miscommunication as they did actually lock down the Sona with Dark Binding. They might have wanted to go onto her. Things going down into the mid lane. We've got Nocturne off in the wings here with Paranoia available in the wings. Will they think about putting on some aggression here? They need to land a nice Dark Binding onto one of these guys. Looks like Sona will recall off in underneath her turret. She had Crescendo available, but she was really low on mana. Again, extending the CS lead in this bottom lane. TSG fare far with about 20 minions over his lane opponent, which actually, for those of you out here who are just getting involved in League of Legends, about 20 to 25, even up to 28, depending on how deep you are into the game in terms of the timer. About 20 minions, 25 minions equals a kill worth of gold. So because she has that advantage, she might as well have had a kill over Graves in terms of just that gold lead. Keep that in mind moving forward. She probably is looking to just get a couple extra 100 gold from a few more minions plus this jungle camp here to complete her Bloodthirster for her back here. She's probably just going to take that last wave that's in that bottom lane before recalling. Ethereal Chains does connect onto a almost out of mana in Nidalee. She'll probably turn into human form and heal herself up. Throw a spear or something. Again, with the blue buff invade, with no help for this Nocturne. He used his spell shield for the spear shot. They will turn things onto this Pantheon. He jumps over the wall, though, but great use of that Paranoia to actually follow him over the wall. Looks like Nidalee will flash away from the Call to Meek. Takes another Ignite. Oh, poor Nidalee. 2 Ignites in a row going to actually take her down. It's a 2v2 here in this top lane, though. They won't actually dive, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Pretty much even for both of these teams. But a little bit more pressure here in this top lane as the 1v1 top lane is still in Renekton's favor. He did use Dominus to secure that kill onto Nidalee. I don't know if he can really think about diving here. He does have a chain vest. There's a decent amount of armor. TSG Sheko on that. Jax with no armor. Oh wow, a dive here onto TSG Fairfar. Ace in the hole will connect. Blocked out by that Sona. Again here, guys, in this bottom lane, we've got a massive CS lead, about 10, 11, 12, in favor of that Caitlyn, while she's stacking a Bloodthirster. That will give her extra lifesteal and AD. Oh, we got a Grand Skyfall coming right down onto this Caitlyn. She's going to just go straight down with Crescendo also being stacked on there. Graves holding on to his ultimate, but they definitely delete that Caitlyn. She's going to fall for her second death in this bottom lane. 2 to 5 end kills. The only turret falling in that top lane in favor of REIDD. Red team now with about a 3,000 gold lead in their favor. See how things turn out. I've always wanted to be a baker, says Pantheon down there, as they lose another turret in this outer lane. This Renekton just a beast in this top lane, basically scaring away anybody who gets within range of his stare. Soul Shackles does not need to actually finish off to end up killing that Graves. We did have a DC there in that bottom lane. It's too bad we didn't catch it to see if he DC'd while being killed or just right after. Unfortunately there. We still have a gold lead in favor of Red Team. It's past the 5-minute mark. We can't remake once again. We do have this pause until he can reconnect to the game. Just take a moment to get back underway here, guys.
A summoner has reconnected.
Alright, we got Graves back underway. We're getting back underway here again. Nice, the serial chain is connecting onto TSG, believe, on that Ignite. Again, she just seems to take every Ignite in the game onto that champion, which means she can't actually heal herself up. The next dragon has spawned as well. The first one already going over to REIDD. Looks like that will be secured for Red Team. Sona takes an ace in the hole, almost actually taking her down. She's got about 300 health. She's healing back up, but that was kind of scary. Vesloth on this Pantheon doing work for his team. Alright, 3d6 in kills, 1 to 2 in turrets. Got about a 4,000 gold lead in favor of REIDD here. I'm just going to call them red because it's close enough. And they're red side. Great slice and dice, avoiding the stun underneath the tower there. Again, this Renekton just being a beast in the top lane. He's got a lot of help from that Pantheon, but also just winning out against this Jax. The man drop coming down here onto 2 guys, but Nocturne is here and it hasn't been cancelled. Will they actually lock him down? TSG Pro taking a lot of damage. Soul Shackles will actually lock down the Pantheon. He gets stunned out, but collateral damage will almost take out. The flash coming out from Graves gets the last hit out of these autos onto Graves, so that's a double kill. Probably going to be a triple kill for this Caitlyn. Nice 90 caliber net to keep up. The Fear Tether will not actually be completed. That's a lot of damage. The flash out from Caitlyn to avoid that damage. 1 more. 2 more, 3 more autos built over Peacemaker will take down that Sona. The heal coming out, Summoner heal, as well as the Primal Surge from TSG believed to come in here and secure the kill as well as save Caitlyn. That was a great little awesome trade here in that bottom lane, almost evening up the gold. Still about 2,000 or 3,000, excuse me, in favor of red team. But a great roam out of that Nidalee as well as the LeBlanc to try and even things up for their team. Great reaction to that Grand Skyfall on the side of TSG there, doing as much as they could as a team to keep that together. In this top lane, we got a little bit of a tussle here as TSG Shaco really low underneath his turret. He's probably going to want to recall and make sure he doesn't get dove once again. Dominance not available. Ignite on cooldown as well, although there's no Nidalee up here, so who would use Ignite anyway? She's taken about 3 of the last ones. Because of today, actually guys, I'm going to say this here in Twitch, because of the different issues that have been brought to our attention today, I would like to stay after the tournament here guys on Twitch for you guys to address your concerns to me. I'll do my best to answer as many questions as possible, as best as I can. Again, we don't have the answers right away to all of your concerns, but I think it would do some good for all of us as the providers of this event, as well as you guys as our community. We want to hear your feedback and we want things to turn out best for you guys. Again, we're a service for this community, and so I think I would like to stay after here on this stream to address some of your guys' concerns and give as much of the answers that I can. So stick around if you've got some questions for us after. We'll do our best to provide that for you. But meanwhile, in this game, guys, you got like a turret diving 3 turrets deep. Dominance used to avoid the turret. He down to 150 HP. But they don't lose a single member. REIDD diving in and getting 4. Almost an ace. Sweet wombo combo between Grand Skyfall being casted behind the Crescendo. Crescendo only hit that Caitlyn, but it was enough to actually combo her out of the fight. Alright, looks like Eternum Nocturne able to get that shutdown on that Pantheon. A couple kills turned around. So I suppose it's a 4 for 2 now, as they're also getting after this Renekton, but the Croc sped up by that Sona E. Sona out of mana now, though. We've got a jump available for Shaco. He won't actually dive. Looks like they might try and get a turret here. Dragon spawns in 20 seconds. They might have the time to get it before the LeBlanc respawn or something like that. They'll probably get this mid lane turret and then go for that dragon if they do have the turret on it. Again, dragon spawning in just a second. There it goes. It's spawning and available. Just farming up the jungle here for this blue team, trying to pick up a little bit more gold in their favor. 4 to 2 in turrets, 12 to 10 in kills. Both of those higher numbers in favor of REIDD here on red team. They've got about a 4,000 gold lead in their favor. Although we did just get a dragon back in the favor of TSG, trying to pick up some map vision in the river on this Baron side. little bit of an aggression turn here. The man drop coming out, and the actual Grand Skyfall ends up taking the kill there. It's awesome to see the last hit by an ultimate ability. I always like getting the last hit on a champion using, what is it? The ultimate from Pantheon. What is that called? The Unstoppable Force. It's always fun.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Alright, the first inhibitor falling at 25 minutes into the game. Ace in the hole comes out here to almost get the last hit. Had to be body blocked by Graves. They have to recall now, though. Will we see a return Baron? No, we will not. Too many people in this side of the jungle. Looks like there is a 4-man gank onto the Renekton. Paranoia used to get the Fear Tether down. It does fall onto him. Dark Binding comboed with that. And onto the trap as well underneath his feet. Again, guys, stick around after this game for a Q&A with me here on the stream. I'll answer as many of your questions and concerns about our tournaments as we can. Again, we really do care about you guys and we care about the community. We want to make this the best for you guys. So don't make the mistake of thinking that we're not listening to you guys. We're trying to do our best here. Baron has been started out by TSG. They're down the tank. Red team is down their tank. Wow, just one crit might have been enough to take down that LeBlanc. They might want to actually think about... Oh, wow, the flashing from the Galen with the distortion ult. Or the... Yeah, the distortion ult gets LeBlanc away safely. Super minions are knocking on the door of the base. We got a couple, actually, in the base of TSG here. Somebody's got to come back and defend. There's not enough damage from these turrets to actually defend against that. You're going to see some Nexus turrets falling. Look at this. Graves stopping the basing of each of these guys. Grand Skyfall comes out. He might even give his life to just try and keep these guys from defending their base. Flashes for the spear shot, and that'll be a kill going over in his favor. Look at that. One Nexus turret falls. Can he defend the second? Looks like he can. A couple kills. A couple people already in the death chamber on REIDD. Oh, TSG far fair with no mana, almost no HP, gets slowed by that Sona E. Great job there with that power cord to slow her so that the distortion could pick up that kill. LeBlanc's now got 5 kills and a DFG. There's only so much they can do. That's probably going to be a Baron. Alright, Baron started out here by red team. Is in the hole, going on to take LeBlanc to about 60% HP. If she took that spear to the face, she might have just been deleted. There's a lot of damage from that death cap. Athenes. Looks like Dominus has been popped to zone out 4 people from the Baron. The Baron's down to about 5,000 HP. But Morgana gets into the middle of the entire team as well as Nocturne, and they both fall. Now only 2 squishies. Looks like that Grand Skyfall right behind them. Going to land on 2. That's about 1,000 magic damage if you're in the middle of it at level 16. Level 15, so it's only rank 2 ultimate. Still, that's a lot of damage. Forcing the flash, and the stun comes out onto TSG. Believe she's going to fall there. Ace there for no people falling on red team. They're going to pick up this inhibitor again. They might be able to pick up the Baron as well, or maybe even finish if they have the minions. They don't have a cannon creep. I doubt that they can finish unless Renekton just tanks up both Nexus turrets. They might go for it, but Morgana's here to do her best. She doesn't have Soul Shackles. She does have an Exhaust, though. Spell Shield to avoid the slow from the red buff. But that's going to be the Nexus falling. Nexus turrets have both fallen. There's only so much you can do to defend against 5 people on your Nexus. And that'll be congratulations to Red Team here. REIDD will be the victors of tonight's Gold Tier Tournament. Taking the victory, they will take first place and be awarded 3,200 RP, as well as Triumphant Rise skin. Congratulations to them. Alright, here we go, guys. We had a great tournament this evening. We had some mix-ups. But I'd like to take this moment here, guys, to address some concerns. If you have a question or a concern, please post it in Twitch chat now. I'd like to speak on behalf of NotSoStock here and address your concerns and take into account everything that you guys have. Again, congratulations to the first place finish of REIDD. They'll be reporting their winner. They'll be awarded that RP. Warm shower impossible. I think the tournament should be limited to 1 league above. I do agree. I was just actually talking to a moderator off screen here in Skype chat, talking to my admins, addressing that might be the course of action. Again, I can't confirm that that's exactly how it will continue. But yeah, like I said, for example, we should limit the tournaments to be only of members 1 tier above as well as below. So, for example, tonight was the Gold Tier Tournament, so we would only allow Platinum players to play in the Platinum and below, of course, to participate in the Gold Tier. Of course, we're not going to go back on how things have been in the past. We're still going to uphold the rules that we've had up until those points. Those were the rules for those tournaments. But, yeah, as I said, we might be looking into limiting, say, the Bronze Tournament can only include Silver and below. Gold can only include Platinum and below, and etc. So, keep that in mind, guys. We're trying to improve as best we can for you guys. Here's our concerns, though. We want to be open and fully communicative with you guys as a community. Our concerns with limiting it to that on our end means we get limited participation, because that obviously narrows the requirements for teams to participate in our tournaments, and we need participation in order for us to be able to provide the best service and grow for you guys. So if we're going to do that for our community, we need a little bit from you guys. We need you guys to help us spread that word, you know, and help us get a little bit more community involvement in our tournaments. Right now, we're basically operating at a non-profit because we're just putting this on for you guys so that we can grow. Like, a little bit of personal here, guys. I don't even get paid to do this. I'm doing this solely for your benefit as a community here, guys. I'm shoutcasting for you so that we can improve. But, like, if you guys can help us get more community participation, then of course we want to make it tighter and more clean-cut and better, you know, specified tier competition. So the best that we can do for you guys also requires a little bit of a giving back from you guys. So if you guys can help us get the word out there and help us, you know, improve our community base, more viewers, more participants, then of course we would prefer to limit bronze to only bronze. Like, I'm sure all of you out there would prefer that. I mean, then it's awesome. You got a bronze tier tournament that only includes bronze people. You've got silver that only includes silver people. But, like, we can only do that if we have enough teams to actually fill the slots. We need at least 8 teams to make a tournament that can be that can include rewards. So, you know, if we can't get 8 teams, then we actually, you know, we can't actually give back to you guys. So we would love to, again, make more rules, more clear-cut rules in terms of the, you know, the tier restrictions on this. So to address that concern, yes, we'll be looking into maybe limiting, you know, for tonight, for example, is the gold tier tournament. We'll be looking into maybe. Again, I'm not sure how we're going to go about this because we still have to have some admin chatter about this, but we'll probably look into limiting, for the time being, participation to just a tier above as well as everything below. So, for example, gold tier tonight. In the future, will most likely be limiting to platinum and below. No diamond players allowed in the gold, so that we don't get, you know, full-on stomps and we don't get you know, people taking advantage of it. I really want to answer your guys' questions, so if you have any other questions, please post those in the chat there. We really want to improve here, guys. I can't really stress that enough here, guys. Let me answer a question to the best sloth here, if he's listening in stream, and all of you guys if you're interested in this. As far as rewards happen, you input them on the website, NotSoStockGaming, NotSoStock.ca / report.php. I'll get that link for you guys in just a second. But again, back to the rewards. It takes about up to 2 weeks for Riot to actually give. It takes about up to 2 weeks for Riot to give out the rewards, but we've seen, as reported from most of the teams that have been awarded things, they've been able to actually successfully get their rewards within probably 24 to 48 hours. So keep that in mind. The best sloth. Yeah. Plain Gland got his rewards for the ARM tournament the very next day. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, and most of our teams report that as well, you know, within. Again, guys, okay, we got a couple questions. I want to make sure that I address all of those in the Twitch chat here. We've got, can my team sign up for more than one tournament? If you have a roster that fits into each of the requirements, and again, these rules will be changing to become more fair for everybody. If you have a team that fits the requirements for, you know, different tiers, then yes, of course, you may sign up. Also, though, if you only fit into one tier, of course, there are 2 different tournaments that are open to anybody. If you have a silver team, you can participate in the silver tournament as well as the open bracket. So, if you're interested in signing up for 2 different tournaments, you can sign up for your regular tier as well as the open bracket. That is available to you. But again, as I have mentioned, we're going to address the concerns of you guys out there of saying, like, okay, well, we might be limiting gold tier to only NEQ platinum and below, you know, and we'll be looking into this. We'll be making sure that we can address this. Again, I can't stress enough, guys, this is a two-way street. For us, as the administrators here at NotSoStock, in order for us to limit and really limit the rules to be, say, like, if we were to bring things down to, say, if you're higher than bronze in NEQ, you can't join the bronze tier tournament. If you're even silver in solo queue, if we're going to limit it that tightly, which of course would increase the awesomeness of the competition in each respective level, but we can't really do that at this moment because we don't have the community involvement. So if you guys can do your best to actually give back to us in a way of, spreading the word. Get on Reddit, post about us. We would love that. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Tell everybody in client, friends list, on Facebook, post about us. Let's get some hype going about Not So Stock, because we want to be able to have awesome, huge tournaments. We'd love to start even at 6 p.m. Eastern and go on to midnight. We'd love to have huge tournaments every night of the week for you guys. This is all for the, this is all for you guys, the community, the esports community. We're trying to grow with you guys, and the best way for us to do that is with your participation. And at this moment, the reason why our rules allow for diamond players to play in the gold tournament is because if we don't have that allowed, like in the past, and who knows about the future, and that's why I said we're looking into this, if we didn't have that, we wouldn't actually have enough teams to even put on a tournament, because not enough of you guys out there, and I'm talking to the 30 or so people who are watching right now. If all of you guys run a team, that would be 6 teams. We need 2 more full teams to put on a tournament. So, Icy Catman, thanks, man. See, if you guys are all like him, put us as your status on League, so that people ask you, what's Not So Stock Gaming? What are those tournaments? How do I get Triumphant Rise? That's so cool. How to, spam that skin in solo queue and in normals, and anytime you get Rise and ARAMs, and when people are like, hey, nice skin, you're like, hey, I won it from a tournament, Not So Stock. Check out the website, NotSoStock.ca. Join me. If everybody can come and hang out here at Not So Stock, then we can definitely make everything perfect for you guys. We need at least, okay, Corrupt Ninja, your question was, so does a tournament still take place if only 7 teams are signed up? Typically, we do have more than 8 teams signed up for any tournament at a time. I'm sorry, I misspoke there, but again, we also run into the problem of not every team checks in on time. We had a few teams that were signed up and wanted to play this evening, but didn't check in until, past 7 p.m. Eastern, and we cut off the sign-up time for... we cut off the sign-up time for checking in at 1/4 so that we can get our brackets set. And a tournament must have 8 teams to get a prize. So far, we haven't run into a problem where we haven't had 8 teams that checked in on time. But what I'm saying is we might have that problem if we have to limit the tournaments so much. I'm not saying we don't want to do that. We would love to limit it so that only gold players and below play in the gold tier tournaments. But again, I can't stress enough that we need community involvement, and we need enough gold teams to participate. We need enough bronze teams. We need enough silver teams, platinum teams, diamond teams to be able to do that. And we really just need help from you guys, because we can only spam Reddit, Facebook, Twitter so much, with just the admins of Not So Stock. And I do my best here. Like I said, I'm not even a paid employee. I spend 4 hours a night here with you guys on stream because I love the esports community, and I love all of you guys here who are watching here on Twitch. But I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart to help us grow. And the only way we can really do that is with your guys' help. If you guys spam the Reddit, if we get 26 people who are watching right now, which include our admins, because of course we're always trying to watch. But if we can get 26 people spamming Reddit, 26 people spamming Facebook, and telling all their friends on League of Legends about this awesome esports community, then we'll get more involvement and we can make the rules a lot closer to the ideal. And we just need, it needs to be a 2-way street, guys. That's what it is. 2-way street. Neighbor, yes, we have addressed that already with TSG being involved. I know that's what we're talking about, TSG being involved in a lot of our different tournaments, but again, this ties back to the same issue. We would not allow that. We are not, we're not teamed up with TSG trying to get them all the RP, and teamed up with, Uggish is another team that's participated in all our different tournaments. We give buys to people who play in multiple tournaments. We're not trying to show favoritism or anything like that. But they're playing the system that we have to have in place for participation purposes. They're playing the system. We're not denying that. They're not denying that. They have teams that actually play into the rules as the rules stand, right? And yes, I would agree with you, neighbor, Icy Catman, all you people here in Twitch chat who are saying, hey, why are the rules that way? That's not fair. Yeah, there's some fairness issues there, and definitely it's something that needs to be looked at, but again, again, guys, we need more involvement. If we say TSG, you can only participate in Platinum and Diamond, or only Diamond and the any tier. It's like, if we say that, if we make the rules so that it reflects that, and they really can only participate in 2 or 3 tournaments, then we're down a team for 3 other tournaments. You know, like, again, we wouldn't want to have a single team getting to the finals or semifinals of every single tournament. That's not fair. It reduces the chances of everybody else winning. And we want as many teams to come here and have a great time and participate as possible. But we can't do that until we have enough people. So, of course, we've already addressed the concern about TSG participating in multiple tournaments. As of next week, I can say this for certainty, guys, as of next week, they will not be able to at least be in the bronze. We're addressing their silver team, but you will see them in gold and above. Most of their members are in gold and solo queues, so there's that. But, yeah. So they will not be in the bronze, so you won't see that. But, again, guys, we need your help, please. We're begging you on bended knee to, if you want us to grow, if you want this tournament system to grow and get better and have better competition and better rulings and things like that, things being a lot more clear and, you know, straight line cut, we need you guys to help us. Spam Reddit, you know, spam all your friends saying, hey, you want to make a team? Like, you know what's cool is you can be in a team, you can be on a team on like 5 different teams, 1 for each tier, if you're like lower. If you're like gold, then or silver, then if we're going to change the rules to be a tier above. If you're in silver, you can play in every single tournament. And there's a lot of people in silver, so why don't you make a team and play in ranked to get high enough to play in gold as well, and then you can play in bronze, silver, gold, and any tier. That's 4 nights a week. And if we could have just like 3 different teams, you know, if you have 3 different teams that play 4 nights a week, that would be freaking awesome. So, good night, neighbor. Thanks for joining us this evening, man. And I appreciate your feedback. It's been helpful, and we're trying to do everything we can to improve for you guys. Icy Catman, I thought of that, but it's demoralizing to continue watching if you know the same team is going to win every day. Yes, I know. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there who have already made that, you know, mention saying, well, if we already know TSG is going to win. I mean, TSG lost tonight, guys. Let's keep that in mind. Yeah, Warm Shower has a great point. Make a team and beat them. And if you're not good enough, message to the people who are on your friends list. Be like, oh, you're Platinum, you're Diamond? Come on, I want you to do me a personal favor. Join NotSoStockGaming's tournaments and beat this one team. I'm tired of seeing them win. You know? If only 3 teams are seriously competing in our tournaments, you know, then, yeah. And I just want to make it clear, guys, no team has won any 2 tournaments in a row. And our finals have been different every night. So, you know, it's hasn't been 2 or 3 teams or whatever that are winning every single night. Like, we've never had any team win 2 tournaments in a row. And I doubt we will, because we're trying to, you know, change the rules to better reflect the spirit of competition here. But again, guys, we need a little bit more from you guys if we're going to make that happen for you. We want to grow as an esports entity, and we want to grow with you guys. And we just need you guys to invite your friends. Come and watch the stream. Come and hang out. If they're not going to make a team, then at least come follow this stream. You know, we love you guys. I love you guys. You know, I love shoutcasting for you guys. I can't stress enough. I don't even get paid to do this. I do this because I like you guys. And because I like doing it. And esports is awesome. League of Legends is awesome. You guys are awesome. And we want to make this better. So anything we can do within our bounds, we want to do to improve for you guys. We need more participation. We need more watchers. We need more teams. Please, please do everything that you guys can to help us out, and we'll do everything that we can to make things better for you. So if you have... Okay, hold on. Impossible. Would you discuss with the higher-ups my previous idea about averaging the player's elo in a team to determine the team's validity to join a specific tournament? I think your... I read in the Twitch chat your option there. But Warm Shower, I think that's a little too complicated. I think things can be quite It can be a lot simpler. Like if it's just a simple rule of you cannot participate if you're more than 2 tiers above what the tournament's for. You know, I think it can be a lot simpler. So if you have more questions, let me know. Hey, Icy Catman, thanks for messaging all your friends. Send them to our website, NotSoStock.ca. We need more people to sign up, especially for the higher tier tournaments. Alright, I'm going to stay for just a few more minutes here, guys, to answer your questions. So if you have questions for me, for NotSoStock, please address those in the Twitch chat here. Guys, and then I'll actually go over and do a personal stream for you guys if you want to join me. Twitch.tv/theimpossible. I'm just gonna go grab a drink in between. But again, guys, if you have more questions for me, now would be the time to ask them. There's a little bit of a stream delay, so I'll wait for a little bit longer. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, compliments, questions, blah, anything, now would be the time to post those in the Twitch chat, please. Alright, I'm not seeing any more questions in the chat as of now, so I'm gonna actually just call it as far as this stream goes. Thanks for joining us, guys. I really do appreciate all of you who have hit that follow button, who have joined us, especially if you join us on a nightly basis. That really helps us out and really makes us feel like we're doing stuff. So we gotta wait. Somebody said wait in the Twitch chat, so I'll wait on that. We got a question. Hangland, thanks for participating in that ARM tournament, and it'll be awesome to see you in Gold Plat next week. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. Knifey or Lifey, I'm waiting for your question. Why is it called lipstick if you can still move your lips? Because it makes your lips stick to everything else. You know, if you have lipstick on your lips, then you actually, you know, you put a napkin on your face, it ain't gonna go nowhere. There. Not even a hesitation. Giving you a 100% answer here at the impossible. Always has your answers. Any other questions for you guys? Post them in that chat. If you guys want, also, if you guys want me to link my stream, let me know in the chat as well, and I will. Yeah, I'll link my Twitch. I will link it. Can you buy an entire chess set in a pawn shop? I worked in a pawn shop for about 2 years, and I can tell you yes. Most times the ones you'll find there are quite expensive though, either made of some sort of precious metal or glass, or handmade. But yes, you can buy an entire chess set in a pawn shop. See? I have answers to all your questions. I'm gonna go ahead and log off here now then, guys, because it's been a long evening of shoutcasting. But I will be doing my personal stream over on that Twitch link that I just put in the chat. So if you'd like to come and watch me play some solo queue or whatever, I think I'll duo queue with some people as well. We'll have that happening. Do stars clean themselves with meteor showers? Nice pun there. That's pretty awesome. Okay, how about... Oh, we got a couple actual serious questions here. What is your opinion on teams using Smurf teams to play in every tournament? You know, that's a little bit different than, you know, a team of the same players just switching out some people to play in each tournament, or having a team that's in each tier. Our community is... Yeah, our system here is based off of an honor system and an honesty. If we see an abuse of the system, we'll take action on it, but we try to, again, make this a two-way street, give and take. So we try and make it as fair as possible. If we have reports, like we have a specific chain of communication that is available for people to address their concerns for if they feel like there's something amiss. And so if you feel like somebody's smurfing to take advantage of our system, we want to know about it, and you can let us know about it in a private message, either through Twitch PM or Facebook PM or through our email on NotSoStock website. Couple funny questions. Do you save old greeting cards and letters, or do I throw them away? I probably save them, but if somebody asked me where they all were, I'd have to look for a while. What animal scares me the most? Not a fan of spiders, but that's not a animal. That's an arachnid. An animal probably scares me the most. I don't know. I really like predators, so I don't know if they'd really scare me. I've held a tiger in my life, a live tiger. Little awesome, but do I have a catchphrase? I live by the mantra, live and let live. So that's probably my catchphrase. You're welcome for the answer, Dr. Seuss. If peanut butter cookies are made from peanut butter, then what are Girl Scout cookies made of? I don't think I want to buy Girl Scout cookies anymore. Thanks for that. I thought they were good. Anyway, I'm going to log out of this stream here, guys. Thanks for your participation this evening. And again, I will be streaming on my personal Twitch. I'll link it again in chat right here. I'll be streaming on my personal Twitch in about 10 minutes. I'm just going to go grab a drink, use the washroom, and then I'll be over there. I'll answer your questions over there too, even your silly questions. I can do whatever you guys like to entertain you for the rest of the evening as well. I'll be playing some solo queue, duo queue, and stuff like that. So head on over there in about 5 minutes. I'll see you there, guys. Thanks for joining us again for NotSoStockGaming's amateur tournament. Tonight was the gold. Tomorrow will be platinum. We'd love to have you join us for that as well. I'll see you over on twitch.tv/theimpossible in a couple minutes here, guys. See ya.